Yes, the bats came alive in Cleveland. Leslie, how we doing? Episode 20
Episode 20
in a tornado.
in a tornado. For
It's 80
sure. Yeah.
degrees here.
It's 80
So,
degrees here right now. It won't be
oh,
soon though.
yeah,
As you well know, in the Midwest,
right,
storms are it's blowing, blowing, blowing. It's gonna be still and then hail
right,
and all this stuff.
right,
Um, so exciting because if you would have told me, especially after we lost game one of this series,
right, right.
we were gonna come back to win the series, I wouldn't have believed you, especially after the series lost to the Mariners, which it was kind of just a continuation of the losses we'd had before that. So I was like
Right.
super excited. Um, the first loss I wasn't overly surprised about. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
and then kind of picked up from there, didn't it?
Yes, it
I
did.
I, I
I
may have
was,
been. Oh,
yeah.
go ahead.
No, I was
Go ahead.
surprised. I was surprised.
I was at the Royals game
Yeah.
for the third game,
Yeah. Yeah. I remember you
and
saying me that.
it's dead silent. In
Yeah.
Kauffman Stadium. I mean, not dead silent. Obviously, there's things happening. And then Jaron Duran, not to jump ahead, steals home, and I'm like, yes, let's go. Really loud, like way louder than that. And I get all these looks in the stadium because I had them on in my ear and I was
Yeah.
watching them while I was also watching the game in front of me.
Yeah.
And I get this look and I'm like, Jaron Duran just stole home. So for the Red Sox, for those of you who don't know.
Right. Right.
Yeah, it
Right.
was a whole vibe, but it was so much fun. And I'm here for this. This is the Sox team I was expecting when
Mhm.
the season started. So here for it.
Stealing home, hitting home runs, coming to Devers, getting a little bit of a groove, and I said that he's gonna crack it this weekend. Bregman's by far our best hitter, best stolen base is definitely Duran. Our bullpen could be scary at times, and it did.
It
But
did.
then, Bueller was just fine, and then you got Bayo. Wow, what
I
a
know.
comeback! I love it. I
Yeah,
love
I'm
it.
loving this Bayo. This is perfect.
Yeah.
And Walker Bueller. I mean, even in our group chat, I feel like sometimes there's some things that I'm loving the kid on my team. I'm loving
Mm.
it. This is great. It's great.
And
He's lost the one game, so like, let's go.
I mean, Carlos Narvaez. Holy cow!
I know.
Just put him every day now. Every
Yeah,
day. Every day. I'm down with that.
yeah. Raffy though, Raffy was doing good. Duran, holy heck,
Yeah.
holy heck. And I'm just going to address this because
Go
it
for it.
really upset me. Um, because
Okay.
the first tweet I saw was Middlebrooks saying, that this fan, and I'm trying to figure out like what's happening and what's going on, and then I read what was said by this supposed fan. I don't know how you can be a fan of just humanity in general and say something like that, honestly. Um, and I'm kind of hoping the addressing that the Guardians do with MLB is this fan should be banned for life. People have been banned for less than saying something like that. People have
Yeah,
been banned for not even, being involved in trying to get a ball, and they just
especially
can't get out of the way enough.
especially with Tommy Pham, that was super intentional with
Right.
Pittsburgh. So that was
Yeah.
interesting.
And that's
I
just my opinion, obviously, but
no, they should
especially
get banned for life.
after
I mean, even the
the
fans.
courage it took to be so vocal about it and be so public with that struggle for
Mhm.
someone to say something like
Yeah,
that. And why? Like,
yeah.
I've never understood this. Like, people with their anonymous comments on the internet, and just people think they can say whatever now. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure you were raised the same way. If you can't think of something nice to say, just don't say anything at all. There's just
Mm.
no need. Just keep your mouth shut. It's fine.
Yeah.
No one cares about
In
your opinion.
in that specific thing,
Hmm.
yes, I do agree there.
Yeah,
But
I
there
mean,
are
in
going to be
something
people.
like that, like
I-
why? What's the outcome you're hoping to get?
Yeah,
Hopefully,
and
removed from the stadium was it, because that's what happened. But
right. If it's
yeah.
if it's something about because we have definitely made fun of players before, but nothing about
Oh my gosh! But you wouldn't want anyone to get hurt ever.
Yeah, I don't want.
or cause themselves harm, for goodness sakes. I
No,
mean, my
exactly.
gosh.
You don't wish them bad anything. There's a
Right.
thing. There's one thing about either the way he dresses or the way he acts or the way he thinks. Everyone can make fun of anything with that. But if it's like something, say suicidal, like
Right.
he was, and especially if it's gonna be rude to others, then no, you don't mess with anything like that.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
even the Guardians fans even stepped up in that situation too, and the umpire
Yeah,
did
I think
too.
that was one of the more
You don't see that very much though, in
I mean, I
fans
don't want
like
to say
that.
happy thing, but like where everybody was like, no, it's this guy right here. Like, get him out. It's him. Bye.
Yeah,
And that was I mean, obviously mostly Guardian fans because you were in Cleveland.
right,
So yeah, I
right.
mean, I just not to jump ahead to Sunday's game,
Glad,
but definitely that was
no, glad,
like,
glad that they,
goodness sakes,
gl-
just stop.
glad they, glad they took control of this situation.
Yeah,
Um,
just
the
shouldn't be tolerated. Let's just start that now. We're just getting to a point where men can talk about their mental health, so let's not deter that.
gotcha. Yeah, yeah. I will say. So let's talk about the first game, and then we'll keep
First
going.
game, go.
First game, 5-4, very tight. They did come back and win, it looked like. So, in the beginning, it was,
We
three to
were kind of
four,
dominating in the beginning of this game.
and then they just took control. And then
Yeah,
after that, it's kind of like what it was kind of like they didn't look ready. To be fair, I didn't think in the middle and end, the
no,
longevity of that game didn't look right, especially the way Tanner
no.
Houck's been pitching right now. Greg 5-7 Weiser, man, wow. Guerrero, wow. Bernardino, wow. Houck, whew.
Right. And, poor Bernardino gets the loss on that one. So that was
Yeah,
kind of upsetting. But yeah, I mean, you had Willier Homer, Breggy scores, Story scores, so that it's
right.
3-0 in the first.
Hmm.
And I'm watching this going, this is great. Like, they're
This is
going.
fantastic.
And
Started out
then
hot, but
I felt like, was close to last year, end of the year, our bullpen just kind of couldn't keep up, kind of lost its momentum,
yeah,
and the bats weren't there. Just wasn't
right.
our night. I mean, we came awfully
Thank
close to sweeping
Devers.
this series, right?
Devers hit a home run as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Raffy homered in the third, so we had that. I mean, I thought it was really, they did really well, and it's definitely a series I feel like we could have swept easily. Um, just wasn't in the cards that night. So, but how just aside from that, it seems like just the first inning, couple innings, it's just not there. He's just like he's the cutting edge scenario. If anybody's
yeah,
seen that movie, is perfect because I'm nervous for the first 10 minutes, and she says our program's
right.
like 2.5 minutes. So 8 minutes later, I'll be fine. Um,
Yeah,
I kind of feel like that's it. He's just not in his groove for the first inning, 2 innings, and then he kind of gets it. But at that
yeah.
point, the damage
It's
gets
already
done.
done. It's already
The
done.
damage is done.
Unfortunately,
Damage is done. But I think we can get a hold of that. He's not looking awful
it was
terrible.
the old. It was the old Red Sox. They couldn't go full
They
nine
couldn't
innings.
get it.
The
Yeah, they just couldn't get it.
longevity, the full 9 innings. Then going to the next game, Bueller, nice.
Waka Beulah.
Everything was
Sorry
nice.
for the horrible
Chapman gave us a
accent.
little bit of a scare. Justin Wilson, what? Oh wow! Like he is just he's not been on it lately, and I think it's kind of like he's our top left-hander according to Cora. I know he uses Bernardino very much a lot,
Yeah.
but Slayton is that guy. I think they should start going more with Whitlock in that scenario, in my personal opinion, which I think they
Mm-hmm.
might. I think they're going to start going to after that. But this was just purely runs. No home runs in this game for us. Purely just getting on base, and that's what you want. That's what Lenny DiNardo, get on base, get on
And
base, get on
get
base.
up. And Jim Rice. Jim Rice will say the same thing. Just get
Facts.
on
He will.
base. We are not a home run team. And if we could just get past that mentality,
Facts.
it's fine. Um, but Chapman, as much as he gave us a little bit of scare, 103.
Yeah.
103. That's the
Yeah.
fastest ball, like,
It's insane
Red
how
Sox
his
history. Did I
age,
read that right?
yeah, his
Yeah, but
age too with that. He could still throw it that
yeah,
much.
I mean, 103. I think fastest. Did I read that right? Fastest and like since they started recording this stuff for the Sox.
Yes. Yes. It's insane.
I mean, shout out
I'm not
Chapman.
complaining. I'm not complaining.
Way to go, Chappie. I'm not sad about that one. But you had
The-
Jaron's, single, Campbell scored, Raffy doubles, bringing in Duran and Rev Snyder. I mean, it was just like boom, boom, boom. Which really, to your point, we don't need to keep hitting the dingers. Just
Get
hit
on base.
singles, hit doubles.
Right.
You're bringing them in. You're bringing them in. But when Duran stole second, or
Mhm.
stole home rather,
Yeah.
and second, I think, and third, maybe, I don't know. When he's still home, come on,
Yeah.
that was amazing. Like, what the? And I got a
Yeah.
little nervous at one point.
That was Sunday's game, right?
Was it Sunday?
Yeah, it's Sunday. I don't think it
Yeah.
was Saturday's game,
No,
but
you're right. You're right. My bad. It was
no, it's
Sunday's
cool.
game. Um, no, that was
No,
Saturday's game.
are you sure? I thought it was Sunday's game.
Mm-mm. Nope.
No,
Nope.
maybe I'm
Not
wrong.
not last night. It was Saturday, and then on Sunday, who stole home? Someone stole home. Was it Romy? Stole home
Oh shit!
last night.
I guess I just was so caught up with Duran.
I know. Well, I mean, anybody stealing home, I'm a huge fan of, but like, Jaron was just on it, like triples, and
Everybody was going.
whew, it was the bats.
The next game, everybody was going.
Oh, for
Rafaela,
sure.
Ref Schneider, Devers, runs galore. Bayo, kicking butt. Whitlock, shutting
Snyder.
it down.
This whole series, I
Yeah.
feel like,
Yeah,
what amazing. I mean, he just
Yeah.
was on it.
yeah.
We can just keep this momentum, I really feel like. I mean, I know we're going to Toronto, where that didn't end well last time, but
Oh god,
oh
that's
my
gonna be interesting.
goodness gracious.
And it's like we
just-
didn't even need Bregman in this game that much. That's the thing that's nice when you have your best player, Campbell and Bregman. Everybody else like stepped up.
Yeah, you did. When you say you don't need Alex Bregman, it's the most insane comment,
Yeah,
but it's also fantastic because, like you said, everyone was just getting on base. I mean, I'm just kind of casually watching it Saturday when I was at the Royals Astros game. Which,
oh, that's right. Yeah,
side note, when oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name now that I want to talk about it?
who? Sorry.
When everybody doesn't like on the Astros. Anyway, when they booed
Oh,
him. Oh,
okay. Altuve?
yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Like I was walking down. I had just went to go get like a pretzel. And I was walking down,
Yeah.
I heard this boo, and I'm like, what the freaking heck? And knowing
Yeah.
Kansas City fans, it just could have been children, to be fair. But I looked at that, I laughed out loud. And so then the next time I was recording for Bill with Top Fan Revelry, and I had to get it. And I said it to him. I was like, this might be the best part of this game. Every time this kid comes up to bat, they're booing the living heck out of him. And it's just hysterical. Because then there was a fair amount of Houston fans in that crowd. And so they were screaming for him and like going crazy, but the boos were just overpowering. And
love that. Especially with the
Not-
history. With the
not
history
worst.
with him.
Right. I think that's the thing,
Yeah.
right? That's the if that just wouldn't happen, we probably wouldn't have that reaction to it. But
Yeah. But with that last game, that's what Red Sox baseball is all about.
yes.
And I think overall, seeing the bullpen do its job, that Bale having what he did, Whitlock, and then Hendricks ending it.
Let's talk about that. Whit in general. What in the heck? Like that is just exactly what we've been needing from him.
Yeah.
Quite honestly.
Everything, especially Carlos Narvaez, especially he's a number one catcher right now in defensive runs, number one right fielder in Abreu, and then second best center field with Rafaela, breaking records right and left in this game. in the
Let's
past
talk
weekend.
about Narvaez for a
crazy.
second, though. I mean, because they're talking about, when Wong comes back.
Like, what do? Got to go with the hot hand, in my opinion. So I'd say,
I mean, that's what I say. You go
Yeah.
with what's winning you games, but you
Yeah.
don't. That wasn't kind of the vibe that I got from something I heard, read. I don't remember where I heard it from.
Right.
And I'm just thinking to myself, absolutely not. Narvaez is winning you games. He's getting on base. He's scoring runs. Like, you absolutely go with who's winning you games. I understand you have to break it in and, let other people do this, but come on. We're doing all right. It's kind of like when they messed around with first base last year. You had someone doing really well, and then you sent them back down.
It's true. And just like you said about Romy and Devers, it's like, is this going to be the new thing now? Just keep stealing home. They're stealing so much right now. Stealing home and stealing in general. Like, I don't remember a last Red Sox team that has stolen this much in a season already. And it's not even May.
Was it? Did I hear that right? Was the last time Jacoby Ellsbury?
Yes, it was Jacoby. Correct.
In 13, probably, I'm guessing. I don't even remember the stat, but I'm guessing 13 because that's the year they won the series, but it could have been any time. Stealing home. Jacoby Ellsbury has not been on this team since 2013, if I'm thinking about that right. So I'm loving all this. Like, let's bring all this stuff back. Like, we haven't had a no-no since
We need to continue it.
Lester.
Right.
That's been a hot second. And
that's
really close.
That's
Crochet
man, that's
when they were playing the White Sox. We were really close. Like, I was texting a few people that I knew would be interested that were watching the Masters at the time.
Right.
And I was like, I know you're watching the Masters. However, you should probably on your phone turn on the Red Sox game because the thing I can't talk about is happening.
Right.
And they're like, really? And I said, just turn it on. And he still stayed with it for another inning. So,
it's great.
It's been
fantastic.
This
is the Red Sox I'm used to. Red Sox I'm used to.
I think the one we are used to, the one we feel we deserve, which is really unfair to past teams, especially the last couple of years. But this is the team we're used to. The team you get excited. You're like, Sox play tonight. This is so exciting.
This is so much fun.
Like, oh God, who are we playing now?
No, it's true though. It's true. And now, and especially with three things going in this week, the mindset with Bregman, the documentary episode 1 starts tomorrow at 3:30 Eastern time, and then you got Meyer, International Player of the Week, and then Romy last 3-4 games is like. They're just killing it, and it's like, what do you do now? We're hot up here and we're hot down here. I don't want to make these decisions. It's gonna piss off somebody, right? It's gonna piss off
someone, no matter.
And then the fans, it's the fans because we're all loving it right now, and that's why I feel good going into Toronto. But at the same time, it's like, it's a headache.
Yeah,
it's a headache.
The good thing for us about Toronto is they're 29th, I believe I heard, in the league for home runs. So that's helpful to us. But they also have, Springer and Vladdy.
Right.
Which makes you a little nervous, right? Everybody likes Vladdy. He's doing really well.
Yeah. But I mean, I feel like tonight's game against the Blue Jays, which is 7:07 p.m.
Yes, I do
Eastern time. It's just, I feel better. I really do feel better about the bullpen because of, what Gordo said on Twitter. Shout out to Gordo. The big three in our bullpen, Slayton, Whitlock, Chapman. 10 out of 12 appearances scoreless.
Chappy.
Whitlock, 8 out of 10 appearance scoreless. Slayton, 10 out of 11 appearance scoreless. This is caliber stuff.
Yeah, and I've said
this
the last three times on this podcast. If you would have told me I would be this excited to have Chapman on my team, I would have told you were lying.
Right.
This is great. I mean, just give us a little bit scared, but 103? 103?
I know. What do you feel
for that?
But what do you feel about tonight, tomorrow, and Thursday? Do you think You think we're taking the whole thing? Do you think we're losing one or two? What are you thinking?
I think we definitely are losing one. And I hate,
Yeah,
I hate to say it.
yeah, it's going to be
But,
a tight. It's tight.
we
It's
got Crochet Day
yeah, yeah,
tomorrow, or
yeah.
tonight, and Giolito, which I'm super excited about. I know people are
It's
nervous
gonna.
about it, but I think it's
I'm
going to be super
nervous.
exciting.
I am, but I'm a happy. I'm happy and nervous at the same time. But I'm excited. My Italian brother. Let's go. Let's get him
I
back in.
mean, let's go. He's back for the first time. This is great.
I'm happy.
And then we have Houck, which I'm just nervous about because of
Yeah.
his past performances. And like as I said earlier, though, I think he is getting better and kind of finding his groove through this
Yeah.
season.
Right.
But if he is off, I need the bats to be on. And that
Exactly.
hasn't been the case so far. So if we can just keep the bats on, keep the bats
Right.
awake,
Right.
I think we do have a chance of taking the whole thing. But right now, I have us kind of picked to lose game 3 and
Okay.
winning 1 and 2.
Okay. I'm
Being
kind of
optimistic because I really want Giolito to get that win.
see. Here's the thing. 13 wins the Blue Jays have. We have 17. We're hotter going into this game.
We are
Right.
hotter going into this game.
I will say this. We will win today. I'm nervous about tomorrow. I'm going to say we win, but barely win. Our bullpen is going to hold us up. And then we just got to score some runs, like you said. Third game, I'm not optimistic about that. I think we're going to lose that third game, but I think the way Devers has been a groove lately, Rafaela Duran, that does carry over into the next series. But here's the thing: it's going to carry over. Depends on who's pitching, and it also is going to carry over when the days off are. Now we have a day off, and we're hot. And when you have a day off, it's like, oh, we're gonna drag us out first game, right? And second game,
Yeah.
right? So, but does the hotness stay? That's what I'm worried about. Is what is Giolito gonna do? What's Houck gonna do? But I'm not worried about the bullpen right now. Shockingly, I'm not worried about the bullpen. So
I'm not worried about the bullpen. My thing is, and why I'm sad about losing
2 and 3. I think we'll be 2 and 3. What do you? 2 and 3? No,
I think we're winning 1 and 2, but
you think we'll take 2 out of those 3 games?
yeah, 2 out of 3.
Gotcha.
The reason I'm a little upset about losing game 3 is it sucks that momentum out, right? Like,
Yeah.
you have the momentum of winning the 2,
Right.
and I just hate losing and having that plane ride like back, right? Like, oh, on a loss. But yeah.
But yeah.
I will be the happiest person alive. I don't want anybody thinking like, oh, she thinks we're just gonna lose. If we win the whole thing, great.
I mean, great.
This is the best day ever. So he very well could. It's just it's a matter of making sure the bullpen can keep up, and then also, especially with how pitching, the bats have to be there.
Right.
That's
Agreed.
where I'm at with that.
Leslie, here are my final thoughts. Shout out to Worcester. Shout out to Revias. Shout out to everyone that's continuing doing the big job. Bregman's big day tomorrow. Can't wait. Can't wait for this series. But I still think we will be 2 and 3. What about you?
Yeah, we're gonna win 2 out of 3.
There you go.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I really think so. And shout out Duran too. Don't let him get you down.
There you go. Hey,
you're doing amazing, kid.
He always says, "Fuck him."
Fuck him and stay alive, kid. That's all I ask of you.
Amen.
So
there you go.
You're amazing.
Anyway. Here we go. Follow us on Twitter, BSZ, and us, your hosts, Italy Jet and Leslie. Follow us here as well. Check out our episode 20, and we'll be promoting all over social media. And we'll see you in a few days. We love that dirty water. Go Red Sox. Peace.
Sox.